So after helping multiple brands scale to $1 million months with Facebook ads, one of the key things that we've leveraged is creative diversity to be able to keep our audience engaged and not bored of basically seeing the same creatives over and over. So today we want to dive into what is creative diversity and how you can start thinking about creative diversity inside of your Facebook ad account. So if we get inside of here, this will show you a great example of creative diversity just from a high level perspective. First off, this is everyone basically you can target on Facebook. If you basically go and say, hey, USA, male plus female, 18 plus, this is everyone you can target. And then this will be like your winning persona right here, which may be moms who just gave birth and is lacking energy every morning when they wake up. And we have some type of like supplement specifically for, I don't know, let's just say energy and like natural energy specifically that doesn't affect breastfeeding, right? So this will be our winning persona right here. And once we start zooming into this winning persona, we immediately see how small the population shrinks once we kind of focus in on that key thing. And that's perfectly fine. A lot of people think that's bad. That's actually great because that allows us to have specific messaging to only appeal to a certain group of people, which increases your conversion rate and decreases your cost per acquisition a lot, which allows you to spend more on ads. Now, inside of that winning persona, people think that it's just like everyone responds to the same photo and everyone responds to the same video, and that's completely false. What we'll further see is that out of our winning persona, we'll see about 50% of that population do good with photos and 50% of that population do good with videos. So if you've only ever done videos, you're missing out with photos. And if you're only ever done photos, you're missing out on videos. So partially of how we just scale and spend more is take that same messaging we already know works and just go after the thing that we haven't been pushing. So that's a really great, just easy, quick win for a lot of accounts when we start scaling them. Obviously, there'll be some other contexts that need to be added. For example, if we do like a long form VSL video, if we do a photo ad for that, what we would need to do is actually go ahead and do like a advertorial with that photo to be able to kind of continue that customer journey right there. But you'll see immediately real quick, photos and videos, that'll give you your two like percentages of population. But the next thing that a lot of people like just completely overlooked is if we look at videos, for example, you'll see like one of them is UGC. Some people will literally just do UGC videos and that is it. And they're literally only hitting like, I don't know, let's just say 25% of 50% of the population. So if you have 10 million people in your winning persona, you're hitting 5 million people here. And whatever 25% of that 5 million people is with UGC, I think it's going to come out to like 1.25 million. You're only appealing to 1.25 million people. That's in terms of like impressions and stuff like that. That's not necessarily people I would buy. So it's important with creative diversity, one, to have different creative formats in terms of videos or photos, but then also creative concepts with like creative styles, I guess you could say is another term for it, where like, okay, if we're doing videos, let's do some UGC videos that are like scripted. Let's do some UGC videos that are non-scripted, where we just send a product to a creator and let the creator have some fun. Let's go look at top performing IG Reel trends. So an IG Reel trend is like, for example, one that worked really well a while back was the POV, and it'll just be like a short 5-6 second clip of like POV, you know, you learn emotion baiting and now you crush 30K days with Facebook ads. And then like, it'll be like something visually that people are attracted to or desire. So like, for example, another really common one is like in the make money niche, there'll be like POV, you learn Forex trading and now, you know, every day is the weekday or every day is a vacation day. And it's like showing some crypto looking little scammer dude and like a Ferrari rolling down the road. So like, that's a great example right there. Just different trends that are already happening on Instagram or TikTok, either one, mostly Instagram, just because we're advertising on Meta here. And we're just recreating those trends of our product. Next one is professional production. This is where like you actually like invest into high level content. So maybe like you're typically spending $100 to $200 per UGC video. Now you might start spending $500 to $1,000 per video. It's still the same messaging and generally like pretty close to the same script as like our UGC videos, but it's just higher level production value that just increases that trust and authority in the marketplace. The next one is long form VSLs. This is more like, you know, if we're looking at it from perspective of like a lot of like medical companies and like offers around health and wellness, so typically have like these longer form VSLs right here, where, you know, it takes people through the full customer journey. It'd be like a 3 to 5 minute long video versus like UGC might be like a 30 to 60 second. IG Real Trends might be less than 30 seconds. Professional production could be any one of those. But yeah, just there are different types of typically a little bit longer. 3 to 5 minutes is typically what I see the most. But you'll see right here how these different creative concepts are going to appeal to different portions of your market already just within videos right here. So if we're only ever leveraging just UGC and we start finding some new winning UGC ads, cool. Test a couple iterations and variations of that like UGC ad. But if you start not creating any net new ads, this is where you want to start also testing out different creative types with that winning messaging we found, so where we can appeal to more people in our demographic. And the same thing goes for photos here, right? Like you might do a lot of testimonial photos, and that's worked really well for you up until now, where you're not really seeing any more winning testimonial photos. So change it up, toss in some product plus benefit photos, toss in some before and after photos, toss in some press news style photos, different types of things like this that gives a good amount of creative diversity in the account. And just to show you all further what that looks like, I went ahead and I pulled just a couple different ideas off foreplay.app of just various different brands right here. And you can see right here, like this is like a product calling out the problem. Right here, we're showing like this, whatever, like looks like mix of cup or something like that. Here's like more of like an offer ad showing the product. Here's a testimonial style ad. Here is a more news style ad right here. Long story short, they're all very different creative styles right here. And it's not like they're just testing thousands of ads like this. It's all various different creative styles that you can load into the account to appeal to different groups of people inside of your persona. And same thing right here when it comes down to videos, right? Like this is more of a professional production right here. This one right here is the POV thing. Like I said, the IG Real Trend right here. They're creating like this POV ad. It's like 5-10 seconds long with this product. Here's an ad right here that's more of a UGC script. And then like here's an ad right here that's more of like a VSL, long form VSL right here. So amazing app that I recommend for you guys is foreplay.co. This is a really good app right here that you can dive into, because what it allows you to do is, especially for a lot of the newer people that follow me on the channel that doesn't have a lot of creative experience and stuff, this app does amazing because it allows you to see a lot of community saved ads and get you in front of just a lot of different ad styles. And all you do is go watch the creative strategy video uploaded, I think about a week ago, or actually no, this is this week, Monday. Watch a creative strategy video and just replicate a lot of those creative styles, but with your product and your winning messaging. And then that's going to give you more diverse creatives inside of your account to where you can go ahead and start appealing to more groups of people within your photo bucket and your video bucket, which will help you hit significantly more people inside of your winning persona. And we're pretty much just keeping the same winning messaging across all of these. We're just showing it in different ways between photos and different types of photos and videos with different types of videos right there. So that's the key thing to understand. This specifically is more for people that already have winning messaging and scaling. And now we want an easy way to scale by just simply taking that messaging and replicating it across a variety of different creative types, right? So like, let's say for example, if we're doing photos and we're selling a product like the Celsius right here, which is like, hey, are you tired? Drink a Celsius, right? So like that could be the product plus benefits. Then testimonial could just be someone literally talking about how they were tired and drank a Celsius and had so much energy to crush today. Before and after, this could be the same thing. It could be someone slouched over at the desk as the before, and then on the after side, we could have someone sipping on a Celsius right now and crushing a bunch of work. And then the next one, press news style video right here. This could be something right here where it's like Celsius swarm in the market, helping people go from tired and lazy to productive at work, right? So it's kind of calling out the same thing, but just like more of a press news style ad. And same thing, we go to like UGC, right? Like this could be like a 30 to 60 second UGC video where it's like, hey, are you tired all day while at work? you need to drink a Celsius. Celsius does all these amazing things for me. Then an IG real trend could be something where it's like a 5-second clip of me crushing a bunch of work. And it's like POV, you went from being tired all day to nonstop energy since you started Celsius. And then it's like, what is a Celsius? I gotta understand. Now, professional production, this could be pretty much closely the same as like the UGC and the IG real trend specifically, but it's just like, we're investing into much higher level creators. We're using some high level like influencers, 50, 100, 200, 300,000 follower Instagram influencers, professional setup with camera and everything like that, very professional environment. But we're communicating the same message just at a higher price point in terms of the production content. So that way it just increases our authority in the marketplace and make us look more like trustworthy. And then long form VSL, I could literally go into like, hey, are you tired at work all day? Really diving deep into why they're tired at work, all the failed solutions they've tried and everything, introducing, like what would the perfect energy drink look like? Then going into how that perfect energy drink has already been created. It's called Celsius. It gives people so much energy at work all day for these specific reasons why it's so much better than all the other energy drinks. And like, it's just a more of a longer form sales process, but it's still communicating that same messaging right there, same persona, same desire, awareness, sophistication, those things right there. But yeah, so this is creative diversity. This is a big thing that I've just noticed in a lot of accounts that we've recently been working on, and just a lot of things where people get stuck. I just had a one-on-one call with one of my students and they just like crushed it. Like they literally scaled up to 67K in like a 7-day window of how much money they're spending in the 7-day window right there. And like after looking at their account, it was just like, damn, you pretty much have one image ad. That's it. That's done all of that work. So one of the downsides, like after you scale up a lot and you only have one winning creative, the downside of that is now you're a one-leg stool to where if that image ad like drops, it, just stops working, fatigues, whatever you want to call it, then like you're fucked. You're gonna have to scale back down. So my goal isn't to really find new winning messaging. It's just to simply diversify into different other creative types to be able to appeal to more groups of people in these buckets right here, to where I'm not really reinventing the wheel. I'm just taking what I know works and deploying that across a variety of different creative types. That's all I'm doing right there. That's the big thing with creative diversity. I'm going to appeal to significantly more people, allow me to further spin and scale up more inside of the account. So hopefully this helps you guys out. If you did, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you want me to come inside of your Facebook ad account and run your Facebook ads, build out the creatives, landing pages, all of those good things, then click the link below to have Nick Theriot run your ads. You'll be making at least $100,000 a month with your store. And if you're making less than 100K a month and you want me to hop on one-on-one calls with you and mentor you, then click the link below to have Nick Theriot mentor you, go over your ad account, your creatives, give you very detailed and specific feedback of exactly what you need to do to improve your setup. Thank you guys so much for watching. We have a good rest of y'all day. Peace out.